All right, we're going to start going live in a second. Just bear with me. Live on Facebook. Let me turn my phone off. Go live. Takes a second or two. All right. All right, now we are live. Okay. Hey, everybody, it's Matt DeFeedy with Realty Executives Elite Homes, and this is our second installment of Live and Local with Matt DeFeedy. And this week we have Mr. Dave Paglia of Pag's Gourmet Restaurant in Nutley, New Jersey. And I don't know if you guys remember the Green Jade, that building. Well, here we go. How about the building that's that bright yellow color on Franklin Avenue? That's where Pag's is. And also, if you've seen his truck, he has this big, giant yellow food service truck that, full disclosure, we also use for some of our corporate and company and client events. Most recently, the trunk or treat that we had in October, he was here with his truck. But Dave, say hello. Say hello to everybody. And,
hello, everybody.
And what's the address of your restaurant? Where are you at?
227 Franklin Ave in Nutley.
227 Franklin Ave. And we were talking earlier, and you said that you actually are a trained chef. Where did you go to school?
Went to the Culinary Institute of America up in Hyde Park, New York. Finished that in 2002.
Did you work anywhere before you decided to open up your own place?
Yes, I worked in private restaurants in New York, in New Jersey, hotels as well.
Okay, so I'm assuming
that was a bulk of my career was spent in other people's establishments.
Did you tell me what was I know, like, I have friends of mine that have restaurants and everything, and it's a grueling schedule. So when you were working at like a restaurant in New York City, what was your schedule like?
Anywhere from like 15 to 18 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Wow.
It's laborsome. It takes a toll on your body. So it's long days, long hours.
Long days. And I'm assuming that did you get paid salary for that or by the hour?
By the hour. Some salary, depending on what positions you have, but most of it was by the hour.
So I guess the question is, how did you get interested in cooking?
I got interested in cooking when I started working in a deli caterer right around the block on Washington Ave, Giordano's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was my start there. It was very interesting. I loved it. And then did a week, like a tour up at the Culinary Institute to see how that was like. And I loved that for a week of that. So decided to go to culinary school.
How long was your schooling for? 2 years, 4 years?
2 years.
2 years. Yeah. So cooking school is interesting because I went to art school. So it's kind of, you're focusing on one thing. It's not a regular college. Like You're going there and you're learning about food and everything else. And what some people don't realize is you have a restaurant in town, you buy a lot of food, but you also have to throw away a lot of food, right?
You try not to. Try to utilize everything in the menu, but there's times, we have leftovers that we take it home for ourselves, but the goal is not to waste as much as you can. Try to utilize it everywhere as possible.
Okay.
But there's always waste.
So you've been open a couple of years now. You've been in the spot, at least 3 years, is it?
3 years here. The business has been open for 6 years now.
Okay. You were at another location before this.
Yeah, we had another location up in Paramus, New Jersey.
Right. And it was the same type of food?
The same type of food. Yep, same concept. And then we saw that this location here was available, and then we decided to move down here.
Now, you have, Nutley has a lot of restaurants, but the majority are like Italian. We have a couple of, we don't have really any Spanish food in town, do we? We don't have a Spanish. Well, there's a couple of little Cuban places that open up. Right. And what's your specialty? Like, what do you really like to sell? What do you really like to work on?
Here at this location, we sell a lot of sandwiches, a lot of burgers, stuff like that. Things I love braised meats, stuff like that. I love fusion food too, mixing different cuisines together, creating different dishes like that. It's always fun.
What does that mean, fusion food? Like you mix Italian and Chinese, or Italian?
You're taking Italian ingredients, mixing it with, say, some Asian flair, fluence like that.
Do you have events at your place? Because I know you have a nice spot there. Do you also cater events?
Yep. On-premise catering, off-premise catering, and the food truck as well.
That's right. I forgot about
you. We also do like social events inside the restaurant too. A lot of things geared towards children and children events.
BYOB or no?
BYOB.
Okay. Are people having like say christenings and
we've done a lot of birthdays, anniversaries, stuff like that.
Okay.
We've done bar mitzvahs in the past.
Bar mitzvahs, really?
Yeah. And then we did a lot of school events too. Graduation events, stuff like that.
When you moved into that building, because that used to be the Green Jade, they used to have the sushi things there. Did you move all that out of there?
Yeah, we took out like 90% of all the buffets in the place.
Okay, so buffet wasn't something you were going to get involved with.
We were thinking in the beginning to do a buffet, offering that as well, but then with the whole COVID situation, we kind of tossed that out the door.
Well, you gave me an idea. Did you ever think about bringing back the buffet?
It depends.
I mean, I know there were a lot of people that love that buffet over there. You know, what about a burger buffet? You know, I would be there. You know, like little burgers and a burger buffet, and have like different types of burgers and fixin', like the fixin' bar or something like that. That would be kind of cool. You know, it's food is a very competitive business. I'm sure you're working probably 50, 60 hours a week still, you know, even though it's yours.
Yeah.
Because you got to be there early in the morning. You got to be there to cook. You got to be there to clean and everything else. What are some of like the biggest, I guess the biggest challenges running a food service business?
Biggest challenges we found so far was staff. Trying to find individuals that are passionate about cooking, that do want to work more than 12 hours, 15 hours a week to build their career. And that's been a struggle in this industry for a few years now. Really dramatic.
Is it because of the whole COVID thing, or was it?
It was starting before COVID too.
Okay.
A lot of places that I worked at, you don't have that interest anymore. People are, realizing, okay, I don't need to work 15 hours, 18 hours a day. I can go work an 8-hour shift somewhere and be happy and content with that.
Right. So how do you feel about in this area there's a lot of chain restaurants too?
Yes.
Again,
chain restaurants, corporate hotels, stuff like that, they offer you better incentive packages. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about employees?
Time off, you get holidays, you get if you need weekends off, you get weekends off. But private restaurants, you're busy during the weekends. So chances are you're not getting off on a Friday night or a Saturday night.
Do you get a lot of takeout?
We also use Hub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, those platforms as well.
Do you think that since the whole advent of like the DoorDashes and Grubhubs, what percentage of that is your business? Would you say it's 30% or more?
Oh, it's going.
Really?
Yeah.
So a lot more.
You're going to see a lot of restaurants now, they have the ability to offer those platforms where you just sit there on your app, you order the food, it gets delivered to you. You don't have to do anything for it. And it's more convenient. It's a convenience factor.
And people they like to get the food delivered to their home and eat in their own house and not have to going out. But then you're also going to have the type of people that want to go out and want to
socialize and
they want to socialize, or they want the experience of So you're kind of like right in the middle of everybody. Your competitors are right next door to you, you know. So you have to offer something different. So if I had to say your specialty dish, what is your specialty? I know. Let me see. What did we always order? We got those little burgers. Are always great. I love the little burgers that you make. You do a good job with that truck. Also, I think you're the only restaurant in town that has their own truck. There may be one other guy. There's one other guy that has a truck also, but you're one of the few. You know, that's how I kind of ran into you, and then you kind of started with the restaurant thing. But what's your one signature dish you think kind of says Pags when you do it?
For me, it was always sandwiches that we did here. Also on the food truck was the bulk of the business.
Okay, well, you just faded out there.
Hold on, there you go.
Do you have with the food truck now? do you just do that per order, or are you out? Do you have designated spots you go to during?
No, we don't have a designated spot. We just do more private, individual parties, stuff like that. Corporate
So it'll be
events.
good for like birthday parties.
Yeah.
Like I've used you for open houses and events, corporate events.
Yeah.
Things like going on site to On3, you know, that kind of thing. If they call you up and say, hey, we're going to have a lunch in here, that type of stuff.
Yeah, correct.
So what gave you the idea of doing a lunch truck? Was that after you opened the restaurant, or was
that was the very first thing that we ever did.
Okay.
When I was working for a place, I said enough's enough. I want to start my own business. Went with the food truck. So in the beginning, that's what we started with. Just the food truck, no restaurant. Business was doing really well. Then we had to look for a location to have kind of a commissary area, and then we fell into the Paramus golf course restaurant there.
Oh, okay, right. I
just kept
right.
building.
Right. How long were you at the Paramus golf course?
That was 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
And was that kind of like a seasonal type business, though? I mean, what do you do?
It was a seasonal, because once the golf course is closed down,
yeah,
there's nobody really there, so you had to go with outside events, stuff like that.
Okay. And are you pretty much the holidays? Did you work right through the holidays?
Yes.
You were doing stuff over the holidays?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. What is your again? What's the address there?
227 Franklin Ave.
And what are your hours?
11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then 9 p.m. on the weekends.
11 a.m. to 9, and that's so Saturday and Sunday you're open till 9 p.m. Okay.
Friday and Saturday till 9.
So what's the busiest time of day? Like 7 or 5 to 8 or
5 to 8ish, yeah.
5 to 8. Okay, gotcha. All right. Anything else you want to add about your business? While we're talking here and we're live?
That's pretty much it. It sums up what we do and what we offer.
What's anything new moving forward that you want to talk about, or you got some things coming up on the horizon? Any new dishes? Any new
menu will change. I'll add more dishes, but nothing new yet.
All right. Is that your truck behind you?
No.
Oh, what is that behind you? I
Just
see
one of the signs.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, you heard it here, guys. This is Pags. This is Dave Paglia, and him and his wife. Your wife's still helping you?
Yep, she's still at work. Yep. All the time.
Excellent. So Pags Restaurant, gourmet sandwiches over in Nutley on Franklin Avenue. Go by. If you're going to be doing something like you need catering done, he's got the truck. He rolls right up in the front. And I've used them a couple times and it worked out great, especially if you're a realtor and you're doing open houses. Like in the spring and summertime, it's nice. In the winter, it's a little tough. It's kind of cold out, but catering events as well. Dave, thanks for popping on here. I know you got stuff going on, but I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
You got it, buddy.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.